So, from your perspective, what does it mean to scale a business?
So there's two ways to look at this. One is if you're scaling a business, like I said, depending on where you are, you can just do more. So you can do more of what has gotten you to whatever point you're at. Let's say you're at $100,000 a year, you're a service-based business. Well, what's your main way of getting customers? Well, my main way is through referrals. Amazing. So is that from client referrals? Let's say I work with you, have a great experience, I'm sending someone to you. Then that's not quite as scalable as let's say that you're able to work with agency partners or you're working with influencers, or let's say you're working with the agency partner and then they refer people to you because you guys have a symbiotic relationship. It's like, okay, great. You want to grow your business, go get more referral partners. So that's just where you do more of what's working already. The thing is, let's say you're doing a lot. So let's say you're doing 1,000 cold outreaches on LinkedIn and that's your main acquisitions channel. Maybe doing more isn't the best way to go about it. So now you go back and you actually do this thing called analytics. You go look at your data and you say, okay, I've done a lot of this and it has produced very little. Great. Instead of doing more, let's do it better. So how do we go into this and see, well, where did these people drop off? Well, they initially responded to my message, but then two messages in, I brought up, let's hop on a call. They never hopped on a call. I got like a 0.2% conversion rate on that. Well, then how about instead of the third message, let's wait till the fifth message. We've built a lot more rapport with these people. Let's see if that does better. So now we're focused on better. And then if you can't do more and you're not able to do better, then you try something different. So for me is this is where as you begin to scale, this is where complexity comes in. So again, you get to a million, at a million, you think, well, I got to do a whole bunch of things. I noticed this too, is you get stuck at a plateau and instead of figuring out how to do more or how to do better, they just do something different. So, okay, we scaled up with Facebook ads and we've done okay here. Let's go into TikTok. Let's go into Google. Let's start spreading out our acquisitions channels. But if you're not actually good and you're not able to do better inside of that Facebook channel, what happens is you're spreading out your ad spend and these are different skill sets per one. So now you're still running into the same plateau and just burning cash. So I think again, it goes back to your earlier question, having the right strategy. Because if the strategy, the plan, everything that got you to a million gets you to seven figures and above, that plan to get you to a million is not going to get you to 10. So before you even do any of that, the big question is, especially if you're a business owner, is asking yourself, what is your North Star? What is your definition of success? If your definition of success is, I just want to keep $10,000 a month, like that's it, then okay, great. You can do that without adding any complexity. You can just do more of what's already working and you can do it a little bit better. If you're saying, Steven, I'm at a million and I want to get to 10, then now you have to switch from being a doer to being a thinker. So how do I get from here to there? And what I mean by that is like, okay, let me think a little bit more forward and say, well, our Facebook ads are getting us a 2 return on ad spend. How can we do better? Well, we could have more creatives. We could do better creatives. We could do better targeting. We could spend more money. It's like, okay, both of those are more and better. Focus on that first and test it.